Hello and welcome to Generation 16, the series that showcases the history of Sega's Mega Drive. I'm Greg Stewart. I've been covering games for 20 years now. I co-founded Gaming Age and was the reviews editor for Electronic Gaming Monthly, and co-founder of the Player One podcast, one of the longest-running gaming podcasts around. Join me while I recap the history of Sega's 16-bit powerhouse game by game. On Generation 16, I focus on the interesting stories behind each title, big hardware launches by Sega and its competitors, and key news stories that shaped the console wars in the early 90s. Sega went from underdog to market leader and back again, and on Generation 16, we explore how. I think the final shot in that Generation 16 promo is very fitting for tonight. Cerebus. I live in spreadsheets. That's what I do all day. It's fun. Hey Gregor, hey Namava, hey Cerebus, Giraffe. Welcome. It's time to run the Bahrain Grand Prix. I pre-qualified there last night, so didn't have to sit through all that stuff. I'm not going to be able to show you the beginning of career mode in this because I'd have to wipe my save file to do it. No, Vanna, I did not. Is that where the whole King Energy thing or whatever it's called happened? Hey, so remember, we're here to raise money for Extra Life. We're at $2,675 raised so far this year. Stewart.ca will take you to my Extra Life page where you can make a tax-deductible donation to the IWK Health Center. And please support the channel. We're at 896 followers. We're so close to 900. We're at 33 subs right now. We keep creeping up on 40, but not quite getting there. Remember, you need to re-up that sub every month. And Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. Oh my God, Vanna. Nice. And yeah, we're here to play F119. So as you can see, I've signed with Red Bull. Because I could have signed with Mercedes or Ferrari, but figured that would be too much just sort of driving around at the front. I didn't want that. Signed with Red Bull, not thinking about the fact that Max Verstappen is a pretty difficult teammate to beat. I haven't been able to do it yet. This is only the second race, but I can't beat him in qualifying or races yet. Though I did a faster lap than him. 4 more follows before 900. I know. It's great. I signed with a Pac-Man car always. So yeah, we're in the Red Bull clearly, I don't know what you call this, engineering lounge, data lounge, computer. It's pretty cool. I'm playing R4. Oh, I thought you were talking about Ridge Racer 5. So yeah. Yeah, as you can see, and so I've qualified 6th, which is the best I can hope for. Since I'm playing on the stream, and even if I wasn't, I will shamelessly rewind if I screw up anything in this race. Well, not anything, but most things. I don't feel bad about it. Yeah, that'd be great if you could just load up a game of like Doom or something. All right, let's start the race. Let's get this going. Let me know if the audio is okay. Hope you guys are ready to settle in for an hour-long race, because I am. My rival from F2 signed for Mercedes since I didn't. And he's on pole. And I doubt I'll catch him. Final Fantasy Adventure. Love that game. No one's talking. It's almost like the commentary's off. They should be talking here. The first DRS zone in this track screws with me every time. I always forget it's there. Yep. The commentators are not talking. Bug. It sounds quiet because the music's low so that you can hear the commentary. Weird. Let me know how it sounds after we do our warm-up lap. It's so freaky. Yep. We're not going to hear any of it. Oh, Charles Leclerc beat him. There I am. Lucas Weber is the other fictional character. I'm so impressive that the yeah, as I choke on the snack I just had. Wonder when they're gonna do an what is it called? Formula E. Okay, it seems like all the audio is screwed up. Let's check this. Speech is on. That's weird. I almost want to back out of here and... You know what? I'm going to restart the system real quick. Just because I don't want to race without any audio. If I'm not getting any information from my engineer, that's no good. Wow, we went from 10 viewers to 5 viewers. Really? It's that bad? Come on, baby, restart. I don't think I've restarted my PS4 in quite a while. It is really struggling. There we go. All right. Let's try this again. 0. Now, switch light's cool. It's a good idea. It's not for me. I do not need another switch. And I do not need another switch that's only $100 cheaper and is as feature free as that one's going to be. I would rather wait if they introduce a Pro that's a little bit more. I'd probably consider that more than I considered a Lite. No, there he is. Lance Stroll. If you're in Canada, that's who you see. Yeah, Casey, that makes sense. All right, come on. Here we go. I really don't know how I'm going to perform here. It was all I could do to qualify 6th, and I have no power down the straights. I don't know if I have too much downforce or what, but yeah. But like even Renault was dragging me down the straight, no problem. Okay, let's see how this goes. There they are.
Tonight, and I'm not just talking about the sand. Our brightest minds have thrust their brightest ideas into the spotlight of the Sakhir circuit this evening as we look ahead once more to a Grand Prix that has thrilled us so consistently in the past. Formula One returns to the desert.
How's that sound?
Exceptional 3.36 mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakhir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. Bahrain has showed us many times in the past, though, Anthony Davidson, that a good strategy will only take you so far. Beyond
It's terrible camera work.
racecraft, and you need good consistency.
And a little bit of luck too, I'd say. This is one of those circuits where the safety car always seems to come out just at the right time to condense the field together and mix up the cars on different strategies. It's hard on brakes, it's tough on fuel, and the main overtaking opportunity is down into turn 1, where it's easy to outbrake your opponent and potentially have a bit of argy-bargy as well.
It's
A little
time to see
argy-bargy.
how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday puts him on pole, and Devon Butler lines up alongside. Moving on to the
That's one of the other. That's the fictional rival,
Hamilton,
Devon Butler.
Vettel, Max Verstappen, and the Red Bull. Weber, Grosjean, Ricciardo, and Kevin Magnussen. Sainz, Perez, Lando Norris, and Stroll, Russell, Raikkonen, Daniel Kvyat, and Robert Kubica. Albon and Antonio Giovinazzi starts from the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
All right, now we're ready to go. Sorry for that false start.
Your target today is 6th place.
Can I do 6th place? Whoa, a 2-stopper or a 3-stopper? Wow. And that's a fairly large difference, so I'm going for 2-stopper. I'm also terrible on fuel, so I'm going to put an extra half a lap of fuel in here, which is going to slow me down even more. But otherwise, I will run out of fuel. All right, let's do it.
We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice start. Push the RPM on a full start.
I like doing the warm-up. I don't know that it helps at all, but I still like doing the parade lap. The idea here is that you warm your tires and brakes up, get everything up to temperature, try not to hit the cars in front of you, stay in formation. This is the area I will screw up on the first lap right here. This coming up is, to me, the most difficult turn on the track, one of the most difficult turns in the game. Coming downhill to this left hand, the sharp left-hander, it is so hard to get that right. And I will not many times. And here we go. Whoa, that was wrong. I'm not in control right now. But the game drove me right through my teammate. That's not good. Video games. The field forming up behind me. Once they're formed,
The rest of the grid is forming up.
we'll get
Be
going.
patient and watch for the lights.
I'm terrible at starts. Actually, that was not a bad start for me. But I'm still getting... Oh, God, I'm still getting swallowed up by the field. Yeah, it's only Vettel. I don't mind hitting Vettel. In fact, I'm going to hit him again. Now, there's a lot of sweeping turns on this track, and you want to stay off the inside curbs because they will just grab your front end and the rear will swing right around on you. Especially this sweeping right-hander after this next one. Right up here. Right there. You get in on those inside curbs and you are screwed.
Okay, that's a good start. Keep it up.
Oh man, Max got right up on that. Yeah. He's going to go by me here, I'd say. Here he comes. Now, for the sake of realism, honestly, well, I don't know. Last week this was a little different, but the Red Bull doesn't have a whole lot of power compared to the Ferraris and Mercedes, which are all the cars that are out front right now. My main goal in this race, I mean, I want to win, obviously, but right now what the team wants, at least from me, is a 6th place finish. And on a personal level, for as far as the rivalry system goes, I want to beat my teammate who's behind me at the moment and is one of the best drivers in the game. Oh, cool. You went to school with Martin Truex? I've interviewed Martin Truex once or twice. Pretty nice guy. At least he seems to be. He's one of my favorites, actually. One of my favorite drivers. I love seeing him finally be successful recently. I'll do better than Gasly. Yeah, well, that's not really a high bar. I just set a fastest sector 2, though. Wow, I'm already getting ready to go into the pits, huh? Now, the pit window in this game can be a little bit dangerous because if a bunch of cars come in right behind you, you can get stuck in the pits. And that sucks. Now, Max had DRS on me there, which means that he was allowed to open up a flap on the rear wing of the car and reduce his drag. And now he's just beating around. Oh, that was terrible. So I just changed my pit strategy. I'm hoping that everyone else didn't, because I don't want to get stuck behind a bunch of people in the pits. Because I do have a bit of a queue forming behind me there. And if they all pit at the same time I do, it's not good. That's really cool, Giraffe. Okay, got Verstappen a little bit further behind me now. Don't know if he's got DRS or not. Okay, coming in the end of this lap, so let's make a good lap here. Somebody did something because the crowd just started cheering. Need this field to spread out a little bit. So hard to get slowed down for that turn. The Ferraris and Mercedes have left us completely behind. Meanwhile, the Renaults and the Haas are fighting behind us. I am happy to be in the gap.
Box, box, box.
See if I can screw up pit entry. Ooh, just got it.
Exit now.
And we are last. But everybody should be pitting here in the next lap or two.
Only one stop to go. One stop left in this strategy.
So you have to stay to the right of that line on the way out of the pits. By the way, I don't know if you can hear it, and anyone who's not really familiar with F1 probably won't notice it, but what I love about this game is the Honda engine, which is what's in this car. The only way I can describe the noise it makes when you're letting the revs die a little bit is that it purrs. It's got this like little guttural purring sound that it does, and you can hear that in this game if you're listening close enough, which I love. Cool, thanks, Giraffe. I'd like to see that. Okay, I need a bunch of people to pit now so I can get back up to the front. I am catching these guys, though. I'm also setting fastest sectors, which is nice. A bunch of them should go into the pits right in front of me. Unless they're on a different strategy. Or I could be completely wrong. Or no one could, and I'm just on the completely wrong strategy. No one went into the pits that lap. Damn it. It's not great. I really kind of wanted this group to clear out a little. So otherwise they're going to slow me down. Which is exactly what's going to happen. Oh, okay. Misjudged that. Completely misjudged that. Kind of misjudged that. Okay, I'm going to try that again. Oops. A little aggressive. A little too aggressive. Maybe I'll just try to take Kubica here. So this is why I didn't want to get stuck behind a bunch of cars. Now I'm actively losing time. Yeah, like I totally had to brake there. And I can't seem to drag past them. I don't know why. I don't know if I just have the wrong setup or what, but I can't seem to pull any of them down the straights, even the slower teams. Stop grabbing me, Giovinazzi. My turn. I think a lot of these guys may be on like a one-stop strategy. I think they all started on mediums. That's why. Yeah, that was way too hard. Brutal. That was a better turn. Here's the other Honda, just pulling straight away from me. And more time lost in this turn. Ah, come on. Stop doing that.
Max is coming in for his stop.
Excuse me. Can I beat him out, though? I bet you I won't. Bet you he'll already be gone by the time I get there. I just passed him. Oh, come on, guys. See, I don't want to take too much front wing damage either, or else they'll want to replace my front wing on my next stop, and that's just going to cost me even more time. Yeah, hopefully he stays behind Norris for a while.
Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage.
Yeah, see, I don't want them to replace my wing on the next stop. See if I can drag past Russell. I know Hamilton's going to do it. See if I can just follow him right through. Unless I hit him and ruin it. Damn, I had to hit the brake. Ah. Let's take a 3 wide, boys. See how this ends up at the end of the straightaway. And now he's blocking me. Oh, God. That was terrible. Stop hitting me. Yep, my turn. Keep your fastest lap, jerk.
Nice work, that brings you up a place.
Well, that's because the Williams hasn't pitted yet. I don't think Sainz has either. am I doing on fuel? Oh, I'm good. I really think I'm going to get screwed on my next pit stop because they're going to want to fix my front wing. That's pretty good. Not everyone has completed their pit stops, and I'm only one space behind where I need to finish. Stuck behind a McLaren, but you know, c'est la vie. Looks like Hamilton's holding everybody up back there, which is fine by me. It's purring again. Man, that is a big crowd back there. Vettel's still on softs. He must be doing a 4-stop. Or a 3-stop, I mean. I bet he's doing a 3-stop strategy. Perez in the pits. Should be in the top 5 now.
They're speeding up again, so I expect they fixed whatever the problem was.
Oh, I don't know who he said had a problem. Maybe that was Hamilton. Maybe that's why he's holding everybody up. A little over a third of the way through the race here. Now, the other thing was the last race, I was running pretty well, and then all of a sudden, something happened to my gearbox, and I could not get into high gear anymore. Still managed to finish, I think, 8th, but it was a real struggle to do so. Hopefully, no more issues like that this race. I'm going to sit back a little bit here. Hopefully Sainz holds... oh, there's Stroll pitting. Holds the Mercedes back a little bit longer. Hamilton just set another fastest lap. So much for Sainz holding back Hamilton. That's over. I fully expect Hamilton to be on my gearbox in the next few laps. Though I do keep setting personal bests, which is nice. I'm not faster than him, though. I screwed that turn up. Oh, I screwed that up so bad. That's like the entire field back there. Look at that. Look at the difference it made. Because of that one bad turn. Bad. Ugh. Okay. Let's reset and do a better lap here. That shift sounded sickening. Didn't sound right at all. Okay, Greg, come on, settle in.
Leclerc's in first place.
Good. I don't want Butler to be in. Oh, I think they're pitting. I think both Vettel and Butler are pitting. Maybe just Butler. He's already leaving, though. Crap. No, maybe they just... Maybe not. Maybe they're just fighting for position. Already going to the mediums. Wow. Maybe I was wrong about this strategies up front. A lot of back markers are pitting, though. I can see them on the mini-map there. So the reason they're showing that Hamilton has the fastest lap is because one of the new rules in F1, which is actually an old rule from ages ago, is the driver with the fastest lap at the end of the race gets an extra point. Although I think you have to finish in the top 10 for it to actually count.
Is all that separates you and the car ahead.
I think I'm gaining on Butler. This was a better lap. Much better lap. Yeah, much better. I'll bet you his tires are going off. It's probably the thing. So unfortunately, because of the different strategies, it's a long stretch here in the center of the race where I'm not seeing like any other cars. Just too bad. Leads to a little bit of a boring run. A lot more people pitting. Screwed it up again.
Butler is in the pits.
Oh, Butler's in. Must be putting on mediums to get to the end of the race.
We're going to box this lap. Push hard on the in-lap.
Let's rich up the fuel here a little bit. And see if we can find some extra time. Oh, okay. Verstappen's in.
Max in the pits.
So what I've done is up the fuel mixture a little bit to get a little more oomph here, because I want to try to gain some extra time while I'm alone and other people are pitting. But I also want to make sure I don't run out of fuel at the end of the race either. Hopefully a bunch of other people are going to pit and I won't come out in a big crowd. That's it. Setting personal bests all over the place. That's good.
Pit now. Pit now.
I plan on it, my friend. Hopefully I've left myself enough fuel that I won't have to go lean to get to the end of the race. Is anyone else coming in? That's Vettel. Just left. Looks like I'm alone. Yes. All right. Good. Okay. Let's get this done.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Didn't want to end up out behind these guys, but okay. Who's behind me? Ricardo. And he's coming up pretty quick. Hopefully these guys are all going to pit soon. I need to pass at least 3 of them. And I have no idea if I'm still in front of Verstappen or not. I think I probably should be, because that was a quick stop. Weber up there in the other Renault is my teammate from the prologue. So he was my teammate in F2. He's also in here. See, look at him pull me down the straights every time. Ah, oh, Magnussen hit me. Of course. Just like real life. All right, I'm ahead of Verstappen by 9 seconds. That's great. That's important. Yeah, sorry, Magnussen, but I'm not screwing with you for too long. And you hit me first, so. Yeah, I do have a lot more downforce than them. I didn't set this car up to be very slick, and plus the Red Bull does have a lot of downforce generally, so that's kind of what they're known for. But yeah, I'm not set up for straight line speed, unfortunately, which sucks. By the way, welcome, Troggy. I don't know if you've been here before or if you just don't chat a lot, but nice to see new faces, so to speak. All right, I'm back up in the position I need to be in. I'm leading Verstappen, and I've got 11 laps to go. So far, so good. See if we can get up to Checo here. So the next hope would be a podium, but I don't think the race is working out that way for me. Yeah, this thing's glued to the track in the high-speed corners. This was very much like practice. I was behind Perez for a lot of my practice runs, and it was the same thing. I like catch him hard in the turns, and then just watch him disappear down the straightaways. Hopefully, yeah, I got DRS out of it though, which is nice. Oh, there's Hamilton. We've passed Hamilton. I just set fastest lap. Come on, Checo, put your foot down. Sorry, pal. You're one of my favorite drivers, but oh no! I didn't complete the pass. This isn't going to be good for my lap time. There we go. Hey, Shy Smile. I don't know. Could I get... Oh, Perez is on hard tires. He's doing that Perez thing where he's going to make one less stop than everybody else. For anyone who doesn't follow Formula One, Sergio Perez is well known as someone who can wring a lot out of his tires. He's very smooth. I wish he was in a car that could win once in a while. Seem to be okay on fuel. This is good.
Gap to car in front is 7.3 seconds.
Still 7 seconds ahead, though. I would like to beat him. I don't have a rivalry set with him right now, so it wouldn't help me in that regard, but I would like to beat him. Hey, Casey. Oh, you're saying hi to Shy Smile. Well, hey again anyway. Ooh, just set a fastest sector again. Be nice to shore up the fastest lap.
Great work. That's a new fastest
And I did it.
race. We're increasing our gap from the car behind by around a second a lap.
Nice. Like to be pulling away by a second a lap. I'd like to hear more about if we're decreasing the gap in front, though. Because if I can catch Butler, I can take both of those guys. Because they're racing each other. Could be able to just steam just past them. I don't know if I have enough time. 7.5 laps left. I'm also going to be getting very tight on fuel by the end here, because running that lap with the rich mixture before my pit stop I think was the right idea, because it created a gap. But it may have hurt me a little bit. Of course, if I have a big enough gap behind me in the last lap or so, I can lean it out and make sure I have enough fuel. It was a generally slow lap. Oh, Butler just passed Vettel again. I am catching them, but I'm not catching them fast enough. Engine still sounds flat at the end of that straightaway. I can see them. God, I can really see them. I don't have time to check the gap when I'm going through the turns, so I don't know if I'm catching them or not. Leclerc might get his Formula 1 victory from the looks of this race.
Okay, gap ahead is 5.9
Ooh, it did come down by like a half a second. They keep giving each other DRS, though. Which doesn't help me. And I'm slowing down. Checo hanging on there in 5th place. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have enough time. 5.5 laps. I feel like I might just get close enough to sniff them. And tires they're okay.
5 laps of fuel remaining.
That's good because there's 5 laps of race remaining. Five laps now, anyway.
Managing your tires. Manage your tires.
Yeah, I am. Those boys up there just need to keep racing each other. I'd say there was another pass or something because the crowd just started clapping again, and it's not for me. Yep, Vettel's there now.
Our gap to the car in front is 4.7 seconds.
It's coming down. Like, I'm going to get close enough that I can draft off them by the end of the race, I think. They're becoming distinct shapes up ahead at this point. Either way, if my car holds on, this is a successful race for the team's going to be happy about this race. I think I chewed like almost a second out of them that time. I really would like to get on the podium, let's be honest. Four laps to go. Starting to run out of fuel, though. And yeah, like Troggy, you're saying, I mean, the trick here is not to overdrive. Just by staying smooth, I am catching them.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Also like to see one of them screw up. Like I almost just did. There they are. How we doing here? 3.7 was last time, wasn't it? 3.1. They're racing again. They keep jockeying for position at the end of the straight. Three laps to go. Cut that corner a little bit. Can hear them. Screwed up the turn that time. Screwed up the turn that time. Gain a lot of time on them right here. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. I do not have the oomph down the straightaways to do anything about that. And I don't really have the fuel to spend either. I might get into DRS zone by the last lap. Maybe. Range, I should say.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Oh, Raikkonen. I wondered if there's going to be any
It looks like the pool
any
is
retirements.
They're retiring the car.
My tires are gone. I don't have the stick in these turns anymore. There's Raikkonen parked over there. Yeah, they're pulling away from me now.
Green flag.
You can tell you're getting close when the name starts appearing over the car ahead of you.
This is your final lap. Final lap.
1.8. I'm pretty proud of this, all things considered. I was struggling to put together a qualifying lap last night. Cool if one of them lost grip, though. So close. That's racing, that's right. Starting to get the fuel warning. Could do something through here, but that's about it. I'm not close enough. Podium was right there. I'll have to develop this car a little bit more next time. Oh, Charles Leclerc just took my fast lap. Punk. Well, there goes the fireworks. So there you go. That was a full race. Probably not as exciting as I'd hoped, but
Good job. You did really well. Super driving.
that was super driving. I only hit every other car I passed.
Here's our winner, pulling their Ferrari into Parc Ferme. What a fantastic race it was. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Better engines than me.
The main contributing factor out on the track was today speed. I know it sounds like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Here come our winners now. A thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again.
Screw you, Devon Butler. Charles Leclerc for taking my fast lap. Yeah, Troggy, I was thinking about flipping to playing with wheel only this year, but I didn't do it. But thank you. It is a hard jump. It's a scary jump. I really want to switch to actually manual gear shifting, but I can't do it with this controller. I need to do it with the wheel, and setting up the wheel every night is just kind of a pain in the butt.
Who pushed themselves further up the order. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula
Let's
1
watch some of the
actions.
replay here real quick. Yeah, that was all on a controller. I appreciate that. That's high praise if you thought I was on a wheel. It is, and I do have it in a seat, but the seat is sort of packed away. That was 4 wide into turn 1. That was crazy. And this table does not it's not set up properly to clamp the wheel on because it's got a big drawer in the front. Driving my dad's number. My number when I was karting was number 99. My uncle's number when he was racing was number 99. My dad's number when he started racing was number 99. But, of course, Antonio Giovinazzi came into this series this year and took number 99. So now I'm running 96, which was my dad's number by the time he retired from racing. I definitely got faster through that race, I think. Because I was reeling in the Ferrari and the Mercedes at the end, just not quick enough. See, I get right on them in the turn, and then they just pull away from me on the straight. Let this run until at least the pit stop and a couple laps after that, just for the fun of it. Might jump into an F2 race real quick, actually. And I beat Max. That's a pretty good defend, actually. What's blazing chrome? I don't even know what it is. Oh, yeah. Is that out? I am interested in that. Soul Seraph I'm going to put on my wish list. Because I still want to play it, but yeah, those reviews are making me not want to spend full price on it. It's out today. I'll have to check it out. What's the price? Is it full price, or is it like a cheapy, like $20 thing? Ooh. Yeah, I might have to grab that tonight. Switch? $30 on Switch? Okay. Oh. The saddest part is I totally believed you. I want to see the pit stop here. I love that camera angle. This game looks so good. Look at that big fight up front there. Is Max trying to get me again? Sure, the boys back in the paddock were excited to see the two Red Bulls racing each other like that. It's a good pass back, though. All right. Let's finish this off, save it, and maybe I'll run it to an F2 race real quick for the last 20 minutes. So F2 is the feeder series. Oh.
Let's have your thoughts. After leading the championship, Devon lost the top spot today. Is he still in contention?
Oh, he's always been a bit contentious. I don't expect that to change now. That's funny. I'm going with that.
You and Devon weren't far apart by the end of the race. How evenly matched are you? It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
Oh, I wonder why that's locked. Oh, rep decreased.
Great. Well, that's everything.
I gotta not answer some of those questions. I do feel like an idiot magnet sometimes. And I got the faster lap. Yeah, baby. Oh, I'm catching you now, Max. Now, see, but Red Bull wants to show. It prefers you to be a little bit showy. See, look, my Red Bull Racing rep went way up.
That's a great result. You did really well. I don't think we can have any complaints with that performance.
Hey, Max, how's it feel to come behind me? So yeah, I can't start any more R&D right now because I have 2 things already. So yeah, you can see here, like, so that's the R&D tree, which you can spend those 2,000 points that I have on upgrades. But I already have 2 upgrades in progress, which is the most I can have right now, I think. Let's advance to where are we going next weekend? Oh, well, I'm glad you stuck around, Casey. Oh, we're in China. I'm going to jump out of here to an F2 race. As soon as I make sure it's all saved and ready to go. They do. They race in Canada, and they race in Texas. And they race in Mexico. Canada was just recently. Canada is done in the spring. And then the United States and Mexico are done right at the end of the season. I think it was like the last 4 races. No, there are no. There hasn't been. Right now, there's only one North American driver. That's Lance Stroll, and he's not very good. There haven't been a lot of really good North American drivers in a while. I think Jacques Villeneuve was the last really successful one. Michael Andretti went there, and he was a complete bust out. I don't even think he lasted a season. And I mean, that was in the 90s. Oh, classic. Let's go look at the classic cars. Some of these are great. Here you go, 72 Lotus. 76 Ferrari, that's Niki Lauda's car. If you saw the movie Rush. Senna was Brazilian. And it was SENNA. Yeah. There's James Hunt's McLaren from 76. Again, if you haven't seen the movie Rush, go watch the movie Rush. That is Mario Andretti's car, I believe. You should watch the movie Senna as well. This, I believe, was the Ferrari that Gilles Villeneuve raced. I think maybe Niki Lauda ran this car as well. Not sure. That's Senna's car. Senna and Prost. So is that. That's Prost's Ferrari. That's also Senna's McLaren. That is Damon Hill? No, that's not Damon Hill. That's oh my God, the British, the Englishman. Oh yeah, Perez is North American, right? Sorry about that. That's terrible, isn't it? Yes, Perez, who's one of my favorite drivers. Who the heck is this? The British guy with the big mustache. That's Damon Hill's car. And then I get lost. Okay, let's go jump into this. Oh, I haven't unlocked it yet. Senna versus Prost in invitational events. All right, well, let's go look at those. Oh, I haven't gotten to those yet. All right. Mansell, thank you. Nigel Mansell. Oh my God. I can't believe I couldn't remember that. Let's go with the 92 Williams. And we'll go to Canada. And we're going to go right to the race. I love Sergio Perez, but I fear that he's past his prime and he never got a win, which really, really, really makes me sad. He just entered McLaren at exactly the wrong time. Casey, it's I love racing. It's going through a rough patch right now, although the Austrian Grand Prix a couple weeks ago, man, that was a good race. Ooh, we're in the rain.
All it takes is one look around the crowd to know it's finally race day. The atmosphere at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve is incredible. Personally, I think we're in for a brilliant race.
I don't know what my race length is set to.
It's a tricky circuit to tackle in wet conditions, with top speed still of critical importance down the
I've got to go see this race someday.
There are 2.7 miles and 14 corners overall.
Oh, Kansas City, right on. I don't think I've ever been to that one. I've been to a fair amount of NASCAR tracks, but not Kansas City.
We'll be lucky to get anywhere near that today.
Yes, Shy Smile, that's what I'm excited about. The next 2 years have me excited. Plus,
Okay, remember
the
to keep the inside on the run down to turn 1. Make yourself as wide as possible. Robust, but fair.
the race in Austria, like Leclerc and Verstappen, man, if those two stay in good cars, also Norris, if they can stay in good cars the whole careers, they're going to be exciting to watch. What am I racing against? Oh, a bunch of everything. Listen to them screaming back there. These engines sound a lot different than the modern ones. Ooh, it's a little slippery. These things have so much power, it's ridiculous. Should rename this Vettel chicane. Where's all this active suspension I keep hearing about in this car? I am holding everyone up. Oh man, the tail of this thing just wants to go crazy. You want to see a scary wreck? Go look up Robert Kubica Canadian Grand Prix. And that hairpin, man, he should have died. Totally cut that corner, but that's okay. Oh, guess not.
Legal maneuver, seat that position.
Jerk stores. And that cost me a bunch. They've also, one thing they did this year that they haven't done before, they've added a bunch of spray when you're behind other cars. Look how hard it is to see right now. It's something that wasn't there before as far as I can remember. It's pretty cool. Really? Yeah, the F1 series on Netflix is fantastic. Like I said, also, I highly recommend Rush, highly recommend Senna, those two movies. Although, I mean, you know, you don't use Rush as an example of current F1. That was 1976, but it was an amazing season. It's an amazing story. Nicky Lauda just passed away, actually. Tell you, this thing's hard to drive in the wet. What can I say? A couple weeks ago. Last month, should I smile? In fact, I would say what they're saying is that the accident he had in '76 is what ultimately killed him, I think. It was a problem with his lungs. He's a tough old guy. And again, watch Rush. You will have crazy respect for, well, all drivers from the 70s, but for Lauda in particular. Getting the hang of this car now, but I don't have enough time to get back to the front. Oh, he moved out of the way. Thanks, buddy. Oh, no, he didn't. He just wrecked me. Oh, Letterkenny? Nice. Oh, I love Letterkenny. I am crazy about that show right now. Come on. Yes, you should join it. We need to make that Discord a little more active. I don't think we talk enough in there. Sure, cut me off. See what you get. Is besides me wrecking my front wing. Okay, come on, come on. Oh, you jerk, you jerk. The bot will send that link in just a second, or when I'm done here, I'll send it again. Unless somebody else in the chat can do it. That was a good pass. Except he's going to get me back on the straight. Thanks, Shy Smile. Now, you didn't get me back on the straight. Look at that.
This is your final lap of the race.
Oh, no. We're going to get a little squirrely there. See what we can do about that. Oh, not fishtailing like that. We're not going to do anything about it. Oh, it stopped raining. Back when Williams was almighty, nobody could touch these cars. So sad what they become now. Taking that last game pretty well.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Park Ferme.
And it seems like McLaren's starting to make a comeback.
The faces on our top three look so incredibly happy.
Looks
as they
so
look
incredibly
to
made up.
the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all.
Yeah. Let's watch this intro, or watch. Salut, Gilles. Me and my terrible start. Call those Marlboro McLarens back there. Man, if I hadn't fishtailed there. I gotta say, I do love the sound of the old, what were they, V12s? Just how they scream when they go around the track. I went and saw, the only F1 race I've ever been to was the U.S. Grand Prix when they were at Indianapolis. And if you've ever been to Indianapolis, you know Indianapolis. The front stretch is like a canyon because of the stands. And we were on the pagoda. And the first time they came down that front stretch at full throttle, so it's the end of the first lap, it was so high-pitched and loud, it was almost painful to listen to. It was amazing. Look at the rear end trying to move out there. Yeah, I do miss that. I do miss that sound, I have to say. All right. I think that's going to do it for tonight. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed that. I know the race got a little bit boring in spots, but it was fun to do, and like I say, I love this game. I'm really happy with this version. I feel like the updates have been fantastic. So next week, Monday night, more Snatcher. Tuesday night, more Dragon Force. So please come back. In the meantime, have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for your support, and I hope to see you all again on Monday. Good night. He totally pre-ordered a